Hi, this is Dave Bolduc with the Bella Group. Welcome to my weekly real estate market update. Today's June 3rd. It's the first Friday of the month, so we're going to do a little bit more of a deep dive into the market stats, and then we'll talk about something else that I came across my desk just recently. But before we get into that, YouTube algorithm stuff. So please click the like button, subscribe, ring the notification bell so that you can get notified when new content comes out. I put out a video every week. And really what I'm looking for is to get this video in front of as many people as possible so that the information's out there and you can use it however you see fit. And also, if you have a comment, a question, if there's something you disagree with or agree with, throw it in the comments. Let's have a discussion about it. I look forward to learning from you as much as hopefully I'm giving you some useful information. So 861 new listings over the last couple days. It was 668 last week, but we had that holiday weekend, so I'm wondering if that might be part of the reason, because we have been in the 800 to 1,000 range every week. Like the Thursday, Friday. We're up from 5,300 houses on the market to 5,500, so about a couple hundred increase, and that's good. So we're seeing a few more houses coming on the market. And the one thing I had referred to earlier was new construction houses. There's some articles out there saying that they're staying on the market longer. Now, I haven't looked at the data yet, so I can't really speak to that, but it's something that is interesting to me. It kind of caught my eye, and it may be a leading indicator, so we want to watch that. I do want to highlight that we're at 5,500 homes on the market. We like to see about 6 months of inventory plus or minus, and that's about 25 to 30,000 homes in Connecticut. So we are still well below where we would like to be for the number of homes on the market, and so we're in a very strong seller's market still at this point. Looking at this data, I show this every month. This is the last 12 months of new home sales, new homes listings, and then active on the market. And you can see the orange, the active on the market for sale. It's starting to click up, so that's good. And we're also seeing a little bit of increase in the number sold and the number of new listings. So things are starting to get a little bit more healthy. We're in the heart of the spring market right now. This is May's data, so we'd like to see this continue to get stronger. So what I came across, a friend sent me an email about an article saying new construction homes are staying on the market longer. So just as a baseline, new construction homes typically do spend more time on the market because it's just usually, especially in Connecticut, usually it's a lot that the builder has a plan to build a house. And then a buyer comes in, puts it under contract. They may make some changes to the whole plan, or they may just make minor changes to the layout, or they may go with what the contractor has. But the contractor then builds, right? So it spends time on the market because there's a long lead time and there's a little bit more work involved than just buying a house. So it's a little bit more commitment. The articles were speculating a couple different things. Is demand down? Is that why houses are staying on the market longer? Another thing that was speculated was, are the prices of materials driving up the cost that the builder has to charge for the new house, and is that pushing people away? So I think both of those are potentially, depending on what market you're in, potentially viable options. I think we can all agree that prices have definitely gone up on just about everything, and certainly the building industry is not immune to that. We've all heard the stories about lumber. So I'm going to track this, and this might be a leading indicator, something that we want to keep an eye on. So I will, and I'll just report it out every once in a while and see if anything comes up that's interesting. We'll follow up with it. Going on to the primary mortgage market survey, we're at 5.09. We were at 5.1 last week, so we're basically flat. And the Fed has made strong commitments for June and July in each month to increase the Fed fund rates by a half a point, so a total of 1 point between both months. The consensus is the market's already priced in a Fed funds rate by the end of year of between 2.5% and 2.75%. We're at 1% right now, so that means that after June and July we'll be around 2%, and so we can expect at least 2 to 3 more increases after that. And I think that if that happens, then we'll probably stay in this 5.1% interest rate range. If the inflation tails off and the Fed can back off, maybe it comes down. If the Fed decides to go harder at it because inflation isn't coming down, then maybe mortgage rates go up. We'll just have to see what happens here. The personal consumption expenditures price index, that is a mouthful every time I say it, is up 6.3% year over year in April. So this is another indication of prices going up. I mean, not that we need this data to know that, when we go to the gas pump or we go buy food, it's expensive and it's getting more expensive. So hopefully the changes to the Fed fund rate will tamp down demand, which will tamp down inflation and keep everything a little bit more sane than what we're seeing right now. The 6.3% increase in April, the April data came out May 27th, so we won't see the May data until the end of June. The 6.3% in April was a little bit lower increase than what we've seen. What we saw in March was 6.6. So is that a good thing? I really don't know, but it's something to keep an eye on. All I do know is that that index, the price index, is going up year over year every month, and we want that down significantly from where it is. I want to finish this up. This slide here, just try to keep everything in context, right? That's important to keep everything in context. Yes, we're up from the 2 to 3% that we saw before up to the low fives. But if you look back over history, we saw on average 8%, 8.5% in the 70s, 12.7% in the 80s, and you can see the chart. If I remember correctly, October of 1981, the peak interest rate was 18.44%. So we're well away from that. We're much lower. And so just keep that in mind. If you are looking to sell, this is a fantastic time to sell. There's still very little inventory on the market, and there are still a lot of buyers out there. If you're looking to buy, if it's something that you need to do, something you want to do, reach out to me. Let's have a discussion. Let's get you ready to go. I've got a closing coming up this week, and we spent a lot of time, that client and I, working hard to find a house. We found him a fantastic house. He and his family are really excited about it, and I'm looking forward to getting him in there. So until then, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll talk next week. Have a great day.